In this video, I'm going to be comparing the Alien franchise to the Lego franchise. When it comes to the Alien franchise, I've talked about two of these movies already because two of them are the AVP movies. I talked about them in a different video when I was talking about the Predator franchise. I actually just watched Alien Romulus on Sunday, so I want to talk about this franchise now. When it comes to the Lego franchise, including, of course, the two Lego movies, then Lego Batman, Lego Ninjago, and also these four Bionicle movies that not as many people know about, that I'm pretty sure were direct to video, probably lower budget. When it comes to the highest Rotten Tomatoes score for each franchise, with Alien, right now, Aliens from James Cameron has the highest score of 94%. When it comes to the Lego franchise, the Lego movie has the highest score of 96, so Lego wins this round. Next, let's look at the lowest score for each franchise. When it comes to the Alien franchise, unsurprisingly, Alien vs. Predator Requiem has the lowest score of only 12%. When it comes to the Lego franchise, the fourth of those Bionicle movies, Bionicle the Legend Reborn, has the lowest score of 54%. So Bionicle, Lego, wins this round as well. Next, when we look at the average score for each franchise, when it comes to the Alien franchise, you have an average score of 59.89. When it comes to Lego, you have an average score of 69.63, so Lego wins this round. When it comes to how much of a disparity is there between the lowest and highest score, with Alien, you can tell pretty big disparity of 82 between 94 and 12. When it comes to Lego, lowest score 54, highest score 96, gap of 42. Once again, Lego wins this round because the disparity is smaller. Next, let's look at my personal opinion. Which franchise do I like more? When it comes to the Alien franchise, I remember when I was going through this franchise thinking, how many of these movies do I want to rewatch? Of course, I knew I was going to rewatch Alien and Aliens. Those are great movies, are iconic classics for different reasons. Alien is a haunted house movie in space. It's a simple setup but executed with excellence. Then Aliens is, yes, still clearly a horror film, but plays out much more like a big budget action movie. But then after Aliens, things have been pretty rocky for the franchise. I did rewatch that first AVP movie. I think that the movie has been overly criticized for a long time now, primarily for just one thing, the fact that it's not rated R. Should it have been rated R? Yeah, I'll agree with that. I think the movie could have been better if it were rated R, because it's rated PG-13. Admittedly, it does feel to me like, okay, this movie doesn't quite have the amount of bite that I want from an Alien movie. It doesn't quite have as much teeth as I want. But does it ruin the movie for me that's not rated R, that there's not more blood or gore? No, I don't think that ruins the movie. I don't think that makes it bad. I think people just latch on too much to that PG-13 rating, and so they don't give the movie credit for what it does right. What it does right is to be a good fan fiction movie. It succeeds at being a dumb but fun schlocky B movie that's just big budget cinematic fan fiction. It's fun to watch. It's not fantastic. No one's going to say that it is, but this delivers what I want from an AVP movie. Then I think Alien 3 is very off-putting because killing off Hicks and Newt right at the beginning in the first 5 minutes with no ceremony or fanfare, without any reason other than to just be bleak and depressing for the sake of being bleak and depressing, is never something that I've liked. I mean, if you watch Aliens and then follow that up immediately by watching Alien 3, it just makes you feel so unsatisfied that we hear Ripley say to Newt, "You can sleep." And then so quickly after that, oh, Newt's just dead, and Hicks is dead too. You have a little girl that dies in her sleep. That's so bleak right away. And then after that, we literally watch the mother figure Ripley see her surrogate daughter being ripped open because there's an autopsy, and she's just watching in pain and agony. And she's on this prison planet where you have all these religious criminals. There's a scene in the movie where they try to rape her, and then we learn that, okay, Bishop technically survived, but he's in such bad shape that he literally asks Ripley to deactivate him. And then, as a final little insult, Ripley learns, oh, I'm just going to give birth to an alien anyway. So everything turned out to be for nothing. I have no reason left to live any longer. I've lost everything. Now, oh, I'm just going to give birth to an alien anyway. And also, you have a dog that slowly dies as it whimpers in pain. So I've always found Alien Free to just be a movie that's bleak, depressing, cynical, mean-spirited, nihilistic, without a good reason. It's like the filmmakers here are just thinking, oh, how do we make this movie as bleak as we possibly can? How can we make it as hopeless as we possibly can? I've never enjoyed that. I mean, David Fincher is obviously a world-class director, so are there technically good things in this movie? Sure, there are, but it's not a movie that I've rewatched any time recently. Then I find AVP Requiem to again be a very off-putting movie. And then with Prometheus and Covenant, this is frustrating because there are obviously good things about these movies. I mean, Michael Fassbender does a great job as the android David. When it comes to Prometheus, it's fantastic technically speaking. The visuals are great. There's some interesting ideas in there, but I also have never really liked Prometheus because I think there's moments where the characters are just blatantly idiots. They blatantly do something stupid. And also, both movies, I'd say, suffer from the classic prequel problem of answering questions I was not asking and providing unsatisfying answers that I do not want. I don't like taking the origin of the xenomorph and making it so unnecessarily complicated for no good reason. I mean, you have the engineers that created humanity. You have the black goo. You have the guy that turns into a zombie at one point in Prometheus, the snake creature that pops up out of the ground, this alien creature that is birthed out of the female character in Prometheus. I'm trying to remember her name right now. It's not coming to me. But she ends up giving birth to this alien that then basically face hugs an engineer, and from that you have this creature that looks a lot like a xenomorph, but it's not exactly the same right at the end of Prometheus. I'm sitting here going, how do all these pieces fit together? How does this make any sense? How does the black goo actually work? How does any of this connect to Alien and Aliens? Oh, I actually have no idea. I have no clue how any of this makes sense or connects to Alien and Aliens. I think Prometheus and Covenant don't understand that simplicity and mystery are two of the big reasons why Alien and Aliens worked. I'm not interested at all in knowing the origin of the xenomorph. I don't need to have everything explained. I don't like demystifying everything. I always just assume that, well, the xenomorphs were created somehow at some point. It's just a lived-in world where there are threats out there. I don't need to know more than that. I was frankly never very interested in learning about the space jockeys either. With Covenant, you once again have characters just making the stupidest decisions. And also saying that, oh, David created the xenomorphs. I especially don't like that at all. I just saw Romulus a few days ago, and that was actually a legitimately good Alien movie. I thought it was a really good new addition to the franchise. When it comes to the Lego movies, I like basically all of them. I haven't seen the Lego Ninjago movie, but when it comes to the four Bionicle films, the two Lego movies, and then Lego Batman, I like all of these movies. So for me, this one is not hard whatsoever. It's actually pretty easy. Lego franchise wins for me. I find it to be more consistent than the Alien franchise, which I've always found to be very inconsistent. One thing I actually didn't mention before is that when it comes to which movies I decided to rewatch, I did actually rewatch Alien Resurrection because that movie is not good, but it's also not off putting to me the way that Alien Free or AVP Requiem are. But that'll be it for now. Hi, everyone.